Want to get creeped out? Let's talk about the man in the fields ritual. Terrifying. Disclaimer, don't do this. Don't try this at home. Thank you. Am I still going to tell you about it? It's creepy and interesting. So sue me. So what is this ritual? Essentially, it's a ritual that gives you an entire year of safety, but at a cost. In return, you must survive a terrifying hide and seek like ritual. Once you've finished the ritual, a figure called the man in the fields will appear in your yard, and he will stand silently in your yard until sunrise. If you mess up the ritual, you might see him in your house instead. So literally don't love that at all. It has a little bit of the Midnight Man, the Midnight Game, the Midnight Ritual, whatever the fuck you call it. It has a little bit of those vibes, but higher stakes and higher reward. Because like in the Midnight Game, is there any reward? I don't think so. But the rewards you get depend on when you start the ritual. What you need: a house with a backyard or a garden, one room with only one door. This becomes your safe room, a candle or lantern, no electric light, a crucifix. You know it's going to be bad when you need a crucifix, and an analog clock or watch. No phones. So you have to begin the ritual after sunset, ideally at around 9 p.m. and at least 1 hour before midnight. The better the reward, the later you start the ritual, which means like the less time you have to figure all this out and not fuck yourself over. So if you begin the ritual 3 hours before midnight, you get physical safety for a year. No illnesses, no injury. You're going to be in perfect condition, okay? Brand new, squeaky clean. If you begin 2 hours before midnight, you get the physical safety plus financial safety. You would never want money for a whole calendar year. Should I do this visual? Just kidding. Please don't do this, but like seriously, I might have to. If you begin 1 hour before midnight, you get the prior two things: physical safety, financial safety for a year, but also your actions have no negative consequences in any way for 1 calendar year. So I don't know. Sounds a little crazy to me, but hey, that's not the point. The point is how terrifying this ritual is. The catch, of course, is that it is very unlikely you would be able to complete this ritual within an hour. Here's the beginning of the ritual, which we'll call the summoning, which right there. Let me tell you a little bit about what you're summoning, who you're summoning, who the man in the fields is, or at least a little bit about him. He appears like a scarecrow at first, but he's not a scarecrow. He's tall. He has wrong proportions. Like his body, it doesn't make sense, which is so creepy. Oh God, but I love it. He's also missing his head. I don't know why that seems like a secret in this ritual, or like you can't say that. I don't know. Anyways, specifically in the ritual, they say he's missing a part of his anatomy similar to a specific horseman, which I'm seeing the headless horseman. So he's missing his head, but why is it like said so cryptically? I don't know. First step, there cannot be any people in your yard or in your home other than you. I hate that. You stand in your backyard facing the house. You say 7 times aloud, but who will scare the crows away? Creepy. If you hear nothing, this summoning has failed, and you're supposed to leave your house until 6 a.m. Feels dramatic, but whatever. If you hear a voice say, "I will," it worked, and you're supposed to return inside and not look behind you. It does also say that maybe you just hear the voice in your head, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to be a physical voice behind you, but if you hear physically, "I will," or you hear it in your head, this ritual is started, baby. Now, you go into your safe room, the room with only one door. Ideally, the room should be empty of all objects, but if it is not, which most likely it isn't, you are supposed to close anything that could open. Closets, drawers, windows, doors, boxes, containers, bags. You get the picture. If you can open it, make sure it's closed. And it says in bold, do not miss anything. So this is important. Now you're going to leave your crucifix in the safe room. Now you need to move through the entire house and close every open object before midnight. So again, doors, windows, boxes, cupboards, like a Tupperware, everything that you can close. You gotta close. Super creepy part here. While you're doing this ritual, you might see a man with ashen skin in your peripheral vision. I think I'm just going to have to deal with being broke because I don't want that. Anyways, you're not supposed to look at him. Don't look at him. Don't make eye contact with him. Ignore him. Go about your business and don't worry because he's not the man in the fields. I'm still worrying. Who is he? Why is his skin ashen? Why is he in my home? I thought I just summoned some scarecrow guy, not this ashen man. Anyways, he's apparently, I guess, more like a referee. This is a soccer game. He's your ref. Now, the biggest rule in the game is do not look in the backyard. Do not look in the backyard. Do not look in the backyard. Don't do it. Don't look out the window into your backyard. If you have to close the window that looks out onto your backyard, you better be focusing on the little spinny thing or have your eyes closed. You can't look in the backyard. If you're a dumb biatch and you did look in the backyard, it says if you see the scarecrow, he will also see you and he'll start crawling down from his post. That's creepy. From the moment he sees you, you have 60 seconds, known as 1 minute, to get into your safe room and fix this shit and close and lock the door. Find that crucifix and grasp it tightly. Hold it with all of your will. Pray you didn't leave anything in the room open. Do not open the door before 6 a.m. No matter what you hear or don't hear outside. If you suddenly are hearing your grandma come to your house at 3 a.m. to bring you fucking soup, it's not your grandma. If you're hearing anyone who's like, it's fine, you know me, come out, you don't know them and you're gonna die. Okay, I'm just kidding. We don't know that you're gonna die, but just don't do it because it's gonna be bad. If you do open the door before 6 a.m. because you think your grandma is there to bring you soup, if you do, the man in the fields will take something from you, something you need, something you can't get ahead without. Your head. He's going to take your head. He's going to take it. And unless you have a horse and a whip made of spines to become the headless horseman, your life is looking pretty bleak from here. Now, back to the ritual, as if you didn't look at the man. You didn't look at the man in the fields, the scarecrow man. You didn't look at him. Once everything is shut, you go to bed. Close your eyes and don't open them, it says. Okay, why? Why can I not open my eyes? Sleep if you can. And if you wake up in the morning, you won. You got that year of protection, of safety. And a little note, allegedly, a secluded house in the countryside with a field gives you stronger results. But what do you mean stronger results? That's what I want to know. Should we try to find stories of people who have tried this ritual? Let me know.